The story of Apriorian is my story as my life story is the story of a life spent maturing through the development of this organization, which is more properly considered a culture. There is in this thing we call reality a bifurcation. You can call it a division between truth and lies, or good and evil, or even between the left and the right. The division exists and it is real, far more real than people suppose. The division, whilst without substance, is probably the most real thing you will encounter. This, however, is the one thing it has been impossible to convey to my readers and listeners, until the death of Charlie Kirk, and now it seems people are awake to the depth of the division. It is because people are finally seeing where the true division is. The division is not political, not religious, nor is it an economic division. The division is between two distinct and irrevocable realities. The division is between two races and two cultures. People now see the war for what it is. It is a war for survival, but it is also a war of annihilation, because there is no negotiable peace, no resolution to this conflict. The two cultures are incompatible in the deepest sense of the word. We all understand there is good and evil in this world. Do we understand good and evil are different realities? If you experience good and evil, you only see good through darkened glasses, and what you see is being systematically taken from you. You are in the wrong reality. So what is Apriorian? Apriorian is an apologetic. We explain and justify Scripture. That is our foundation. What this means in practice is that we destroy the idols of this world. Idols are manifestations of the flesh. We desire wealth and we create the idol of capitalism and the free market to justify our greed. We desire freedom and we create the idol of social justice to legitimize our parasitic life. We want carte blanche to sin and so we erect the idol of democracy to give a stamp of approval to everything the masses want. But if there is right and wrong, there is a line of division we cannot cross. However, in the fallen world this kind of division is not possible because in this reality good and evil are ethical concepts grounded in law and defined by whether a rule is broken or not. In this world, the law is the devil incarnate and the idol above all idols. The abomination of desolation is the law, and the unforgivable sin is to raise an idol into a position of authority. When the law destroys faith and ethics supplants morality, then the devil has won. Humans do not understand the law. Let's be clear then. An abomination is a terrible thing. It is a thing held in disgust, that causes a sense of revulsion. Good people are repulsed by it. Desolation is total destruction. The law destroys morality. Ethics is the lifting up of human opinion into the seat of God. Ethics replaces God with the opinions of man, given authority by means of transforming opinion into law. The law is the antithesis of God. Therefore, the law is an abomination, and it is desolation as it destroys all that God created. In the law the opinion of man is given the high seat of God, ethics replaces morality and God is replaced by the idol of the human-generated constitution. The law requires us to supplant God using the words of a human author. This is why Apriorian's mission is to destroy the idols of man. The vehicle through which this is done is the small group. The Apriorian small group is a cultural unit and contains the political, religion and economic elements of our communities. To divest ourselves of this blasphemous culture of the flesh does not take money nor governmental regulatory assistance. It takes people, but people who are no under the law. The question is, are you under the law, or God? Which system are you in, which culture? Because there needs to be a separation. Unification benefits the devil, not the people of God. The apologetic of Apriorian drives separation. We cannot eliminate problems without attacking the source, which is parasitism, and we cannot become perfect as our Father in heaven is perfect, living under an idolatrous system. The question is not which side of the division you are on, because we are all on one side, at least in the technical sense, because we all live under the idolatry of this system. What we need to answer is which side of the divide we wish to be on. If the side we wish to live in is the one that is lived in faith, we cannot engage with or remain enmeshed with a culture that lives in fear. If you in principle support separating from the killers of Christ and now Kirk, then please respond. Reach out in faith. Things you can do: follow us on our Apriorian YouTube channel. Donate to our GoFundMe or online at apriorian.com.